Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today, guys, as usual, keeping you updated on many things. And so, let's jump into it together. Here we are, guys. International break is always time for transfer news, is always time for transfer updates. And today, guys, we have to mention several stories, starting with the official statement. Antoine Griezmann joining Orlando City. It's here we go, confirmed now. There is the official statement from Orlando City. Antoine Griezmann in the last 24 hours, so on Monday, Tuesday, decided to fly to Florida, to the US, to sign his contract at Orlando City, valid for the next 2 years. He's gonna wear the shirt number 7, and so completed this transfer from Atletico Madrid to Orlando City for the summer. So the transfer was announced now. I told you that here we go over the weekend, but the transfer is going to be valid from July. The original plan from Orlando City was to sign Griezmann immediately in March. That was not possible because Griezmann and Atletico Madrid decided to reject that possibility and to continue together for the Copa del Rey final, for the Champions League quarterfinals against Barcelona. So they said no to that possibility, but then agreement done between all parties, Atleti, Griezmann, and of course Orlando City, to bring Griezmann to Orlando in the summer. Today, the first pictures also with the director Ricardo Moreira, who took care of the deal. And so good luck to Antoine Griezmann, who starting from next season will play in MLS. So one more European star in American soccer football. Then, guys, more updates to mention. In this case, something to clarify on PSG, Real Madrid, Chelsea. First of all, Moisés Caicedo, midfielder from Chelsea, in an interview with El Chiringuito, was asked about the possibility to go to Real Madrid. The question was something like, okay, Real Madrid are looking for midfielders for the summer transfer window. What's your view on that? And Moisés Caicedo, in a very clear way, said, I am a Chelsea player, I'm under contract at Chelsea, I want to become a Chelsea legend. So quite a strong position from Moisés Caicedo, but it's not about Real Madrid. Moisés Caicedo really has this desire to be part of the Chelsea project, really feels the love of Chelsea fans and Chelsea people, so there is a very good connection between Caicedo and Chelsea. Of course, it's not been an easy season for Chelsea, we know that, but at the same time, Caicedo believes in the project. Don't forget that Caicedo had the possibility to go to Liverpool when he joined Chelsea a few years ago, and now he still feels that there is more to win, more to do at Chelsea. So he wants to become a Chelsea legend. That's been the word by Moisés Caicedo. And also, it's important to clarify, Real Madrid never really started a negotiation or never really started talks to sign Moisés Caicedo. That was just a question linked to the fact that Real Madrid are expected to work on the midfielders market in the summer. But it doesn't mean that they are going for Moisés Caicedo. Real Madrid didn't make any contact. But still, to see Caicedo saying those things is obviously important for Chelsea fans. Today, guys, also the agent of Achraf Hakimi, one of the best players in the world, probably the best right back in the world in this moment. His agent, Alejandro Camaño, speaking to Win All Sports, wanted to clarify things about Real Madrid links. Don't forget that Achraf Hakimi was a Real Madrid player from their academy. Then they decided to sell Hakimi. We remember he did Borussia Dortmund, then Inter, then Paris Saint-Germain. Alejandro Camaño, his agent, said there is no possibility for Achraf Hakimi to leave Paris Saint-Germain. He's very happy at the club and wants to win the Champions League for the second time. Also, he wants to take the team as far as possible, and there's never been any interest or negotiation with Real Madrid. So the agent of Achraf Hakimi quite closing the doors to the reports appeared in the last 24 hours. Then, guys, if you ask me about the interest, Real Madrid, as all the clubs in the world, appreciate the best right back in the world. That's quite normal, obviously. Hakimi also remembers very well his old times at Real Madrid and always had this kind of attraction for Real Madrid, but it doesn't mean that there is a negotiation, there are talks, there are discussions ongoing for a summer move. There is nothing says the agent of the player, so everything quiet between Hakimi and Real Madrid at this stage with his agent closing these doors. And then, guys, there is more to say also Manchester United, because first of all confirmed what I told you in the recent months on Jadon Sancho. Manchester United consider the story over with Jadon Sancho. Manchester United, who decided to loan Jadon Sancho to Aston Villa in the summer, are not planning to sign a new contract with Jadon Sancho. So he can be free. Remember that Manchester United have an option to extend the contract of Sancho, but he's on the same terms of the last 5 years. And so that would be really expensive in terms of salary for a player who is clearly out of Manchester United plans. So Man United have decided against triggering the option to extend the contract. Jadon Sancho will be leaving the club on the free, so that's the point, ready to decide whatever he wants. There is genuine interest from Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund already signed Jadon Sancho, re-signed Jadon Sancho 2 years ago. Then he was a Borussia Dortmund player, of course, before joining Manchester United. So this connection, Sancho-Dortmund, is still very good. Every time Sancho wears the Borussia Dortmund shirt, he feels like a different player. It's about the environment, it's about the trust, it's about the feeling with the fans and people at the club. So Jadon Sancho is in very good relationship with Borussia Dortmund. Now, it's a moment of change at Dortmund. They changed the sporting director, Sebastian Kehl left, but people at the club still really appreciate Jadon Sancho. All the other people at the club still really appreciate and value Jadon Sancho. So he's for sure on the list of Borussia Dortmund over a potential transfer on a free in the summer. So Dortmund are on it for Jadon Sancho. The point is financial, because Borussia Dortmund are not going to pay the salary that Jadon Sancho was going to receive at Manchester United with an extra year. That's impossible. So, or Jadon Sancho decides to accept conditions to be discussed with Borussia Dortmund, otherwise financially this deal could be really complicated. Last summer there was interest from Italy, there was interest from Saudi, so several opportunities. Let's see what's going to happen on this one. And then, guys, on Man United, I told you last week about Harry Maguire and Kobbie Mainoo. Harry Maguire expected to sign a new deal soon, 2027, one more season with an option to extend until 2028. But also more to say on Kobbie Mainoo, because the agreement between Kobbie Mainoo and Manchester United over new long-term contract is really at the final stages. Could be done before the end of the season. That's the mission. We will see whether it's going to take days, weeks, we will see. But the mission of Man United is to get it done before the end of the season. June 2031, new contract for Kobbie Mainoo. Better salary, improved, of course. Extra years, as we mentioned, so 5 years contract. Everything is almost ready. There are final details to clarify before saying, okay, it's done, it's agreed, it's here we go. But for sure, Manchester United are optimistic for this opportunity to go for the extension, the new contract for Kobbie Mainoo, which is something considered really important internally. And so, guys, let me hear your thoughts on all these stories. Jadon Sancho, Kobbie Mainoo, and also Achraf Hakimi, Moisés Caicedo, several things. Let me know your opinion, guys. Here in the comments, remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and as always, see you here on YouTube with Fabrizio. Ciao.